Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Women in Community Sport with Sue. Today, I'm just going to have a chat with you about something that I've been heavily involved in women's football, and it's a non-contact version of the game that we are playing at AFL Masters. So Masters is for women over 35 years of age for footy. And we've developed a new game over the last, about 18 months or so, which is a modified version of footy aimed at the complete beginner or the person that doesn't want to play contact footy anymore, and is ideal for people who just want to give footy a go, but may be worried about getting knocked over, injuring themselves in contact. The beauty of this game is that you get to touch the ball a lot. I mean, a lot. You'll have the opportunity to mark the ball, plenty of opportunities to kick and handball, learn about where to go on the field, kick goals. It's great fun. If I do say myself. So this all started because the team I was involved in was an older team and not experienced. And we all come up against sides in Masters that had a lot of players that had played senior football, and none of us had. And we just weren't competitive. And we decided, okay, so we need to change something. So the girls all enjoyed training, but not so much the contacty competitiveness of playing Masters football. So we decided to come up with a solution to that and think outside the square, and came up with a game that's kind of a hybrid between AFL nines and footy, standard football. We looked initially at maybe do we do a nines competition, but the issue with a nines competition is you're penalised if you make a mistake. And who wants to penalise people that are learning to play football? Well, not us. We decided that, the ball could hit the ground, and it wouldn't be a turnover. You could make mistakes, didn't matter. It was all about getting out there and having fun and developing our skills. And pretty much what's happened. So the game itself is played on a smaller field. So we mark out roughly it's 50 by 100, and there's 3 zones. So you have 2 end zones and a mid zone. And the zones are divided at 30, 40, 30 meters. And only the attacking players in the forward zone can kick a goal. So they wear a bib. They're the only ones that can kick a goal. So you can't have the game dominated by, somebody who's really fit and got all the skills and playing in the sort of mid zone, running up and down the field. They can't kick goals. So it gives the opportunity for complete beginners to be kicking footy goals, and, developing their skills as well. The game itself is totally, well, when I say non-contact, it's kind of like, how netball's non-contact? You still sort of, get a little bit of body contact happening occasionally, but you're not allowed to push. You're not allowed to bump. You're not allowed to spoil a mark by contacting the other player or pushing them out of the way. You cannot tackle someone. So the tackle is replaced by a 2-handed touch. And then that player has 2 seconds to get rid of the ball. So that gives people the opportunity to actually do the skills that we teach them at training and either handball or kick the ball away. And doesn't penalise you for maybe being a bit slower, or, when you're learning a skill that, you take a bit more time to think about how to actually execute that skill. So by allowing players a couple of seconds, then it means that they can actually execute the skill. You can run 30 metres in total, so 2 by 15. So you have to either bounce or touch the ball to the ground after 15, and then you have to dish it off. So that means that, you can't have players dominating the field. So everybody gets involved and gets a touch of the ball. It's good fun, good fun. Hard work because there's a lot of running, a lot more running than you think. Probably a lot more running than most people would do in a football game, unless you're playing in the midfield. So it's great for fitness. So, it's fitness, it's fun, it's using your footy skills. We currently play once a fortnight prior to one of the Masters goodness me, where are my words? At one of the host grounds on a women's Masters Saturday. That was far too complicated. So we just played yesterday in the howling wind. That was interesting. So puts another dimension into the game, and people are learning about what to do when it's windy. Where do I kick it? How do I get rid of the ball so it doesn't just go over the sideline? And our next game is actually next weekend, which is Saturday the 23rd at Port Melbourne's home ground. So we play at 10:30 each time. So we arrive 10, game starts at 10:30. So, and when I say game starts at 10:30, we actually all warm up together. So everybody that's playing warms up together, does a prep to play warm up. So prep to play is designed to help women reduce the risk of knee and ankle injuries. And we sort out our teams. It's not competitive. We don't score. We just have fun. And that's our first quarter, is warm up, working out the teams. Then we play 3 terms of 12 minutes. And you might think, oh yeah, 12 minutes isn't that long. No, let me tell you, when you're running, it certainly is. And then we're done. So all up, we're there for about an hour and a half with, getting there, getting ourselves organised, and then playing the actual game. So I highly recommend it. If you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking, what is this all about? What has been, all that info about non-contact games? It's literally come on down and have a try. So if you've been doing AFL Masters quick kick sessions, which is our skills-based sessions, and are looking for, well, what's the next step? I don't think I'm ready to actually play football, but I'd like to use the skills that I've been developing. Well, this is the spot for you. And the exciting thing is that we're actually playing games at National Carnival this year. So you can come and play in Queensland with us on the Sunshine Coast in Maroochydore. We have a 1-week carnival, and this is the first year that our non-contact game will be played there. And I'm coaching, and love to see more faces come and join. So if you've got any queries about it, shoot me a message, and I'll get back to you and let you know what's happening. And yeah, come on down, have a go. So in the coming weeks, we'll be back to doing some more interviews. It's amazing how quickly a week goes. And so it's very easy to fall behind, but I'll try and keep up and get some more stories out there for you. Thanks for listening. See you next time.